Welcome back to some Miami Rocket League action here tonight. We are here with the second to last game of the season here for the Miami University Redhawks and the Kent State University in the Esports Collegiate Conference. Again, second to last game. Miami with a record of 1-7 and Kent State with a record of 2-5 going into this matchup. Two of the lower seeded teams across the conference in the standings. Rough season for both groups. They also just came back from a LAN this past weekend where both of them struggled going. I believe both of them went 0-2 at the Ohio Scholastic Esports Network LAN, which was the inaugural season, which was an awesome opportunity to get to play some really good Ohio programs, but ultimately did not work out well for either of these groups. Neither of them got to see each other in the competition, though, so this will be the first time that we actually get to see these two teams face off this year. Will be interesting to see how if Miami can bounce back, grab a second win for their season, and hopefully go on to win and get a third in their last game of the season coming up against Northern Illinois University on Thursday. So going into this, it's been, again, a long season for this Rocket League roster. I've watched numerous competitions. They also just went 1-2 in CRL Open number 3, losing to St. Clair's B roster and Fisher Esports. Two of those losses, and then they were able to 2-0 one of their winning round teams. I can't remember who it was, unfortunately, but not a bad start. I mean, they've played both the Fisher and St. Clair teams pretty closely, which hopefully that carries over into our match against Kent State today. Kent State, 2 wins and 5 losses. Again, a rough season for them, but I think that overall their team chemistry should still be there from years prior. This conference is a really hard conference to get out of, with Ball State, Akron, Central Michigan, and Buffalo all having phenomenal rosters this year. The top 4 felt like it was a punching bag for a lot of these universities, and then you still have Ohio, Northern Illinois, and a few others that are putting on decent showings. So you have to Western Michigan as well. So it's a jam-packed conference of good Rocket League teams, and Miami just unfortunately got the bad end of the straw this year with some really tough losses, some unfortunate losses that where they went to game 5s even, or game 4s, where they were extremely close, and losses in overtime just did not go their way. So we'll see what Miami decides to do today. With Northern Illinois match tomorrow. This will mark the last ESC game across all of our game titles: Smash Bros, Rocket League, and Overwatch for the fall. It'll be the end of the ESC season tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting. We get to see top 8 on LAN, and we have some more information coming out about that. But we're super excited to see our teams compete in the playoffs. Unfortunately, our Rocket League team does not cut the deadline for top 8, so they will be done after this Thursday's match. But we do get to see Overwatch and Smash Bros try and get some redemption here in the playoffs for the Esports Collegiate Conference. They want to bring that trophy home back to Oxford, and I'm excited to see what we can do. I believe Smash is looking at the 5th seed, and then Overwatch is looking at the 4th seed based off of the standings currently. Rocket League, however, placing down near the top. I think right now they're in bottom 9 of the standings, and Kent State's currently, I think, the 7th slot. So Miami could play spoiler to a team that could be making the LAN, which would be really awesome to see. We'll see how this match goes. We should be getting into the game here shortly. I will say I did see Swa on his bike last night riding back to his dorms when we left practices last night when I left League of Legends matches. So he was getting some rest, getting back to the dorm to get some rest, and I hope that he was well rested enough for tonight's match. This team has been through a lot, but this has been a really big learning semester for this group. Looking at the roster of Swa, Havocs, and Hyben, Havocs and Swa being freshmen, and then Hyben being his first year on the varsity program as a junior. He's still learning a lot from the competition that they've been able to play in. So overall, seeing their progression throughout the semester, they've improved greatly, and I'm very proud of this roster for getting wins on Ohio, and then in other conferences, they've been able to take some other games against some really good teams. So CCS came to an end a couple weeks ago, and they didn't end up making that top 32 playoff deadline, but they still had a pretty solid record, I believe, of 4-6. So they were able to get some good wins in that conference to boost a little bit of their confidence heading into the ESC. Next spring, they're going to be in their off season, so we'll see CCS, CRL, and a few other choices for them to play in, and we will keep everyone updated. But for now, we still get these last 2 ESC matches left on the schedule. But for spring semester, it's very much Street Fighter, Valorant, and League of Legends are the main titles for the spring. So keep your eyes out if those are 3 of the games that may interest you outside of Rocket League here at Miami. We'll be sending out more live announcements on our social media at RedHawksGG, where you can find more information. We're also going to be streaming out those games back here on this Twitch and YouTube, RedHawksGG, and twitch.tv/Miami University. So if you want any of that action, make sure to hit us with a follow. Make sure to hit us with notifications on if you don't want to miss out on any of the ESC action or any of our main seasons here. We will try to broadcast as much Rocket League as we can, give or take when our ESC regular season matches take place on. If they happen to have Friday matches, then we'll be able to get some Rocket League out on Fridays or Thursdays. It's all really going to depend on what the conference decides to make the default days for our competitions next semester. So as we continue to wait on our schedule, it's going to determine what we're looking like for spring competition. We just know the titles are going to be those main 3 that I had already mentioned. Now, game 1, we start, and it's already off the kickoff. Sauce Boss gets a demo, but then the score goes through. A great kickoff to the left. We get a cheat from Havocs. It's going to start off 1-0. A great start here already off the bat for your Miami Redhawks. And here we already have another one, but it's going to hit the bar. Miami going to get blessed with the crossbar saving that bad kickoff on their end. And now we're going to see if Kent State can clear this ball out. Boost management has been a crucial thing that we've talked about across the season here for this Miami roster, something they've struggled with constantly. And so now we're going to have to see if they're able to put together a solid offense and also manage their boost against this Kent State roster, who also has seemed to be one of those rosters that struggles with it. As a great demo comes in from Heidenberg, but the ball does get cleared. Good shot net from Havocs, but does get taken away. Jack Knight tries to get it out of their corner, but a great middle pass here. Gets a follow-up from Miami, but it goes towards the left corner. Gavalanche should have 100 boost here to pick this up. Is going to go for an aerial swaw. Doesn't have any boost to contest. Now gets the 100. Is going to be able to get in. That's a wide open net. If he can get past this defender, no. The 50 goes their way. Hyben, though, going to take control. Good fake out. Going to go low. Gavalanche there to answer. A good demo to reset for Kent State. Gavalanche in mid with 100 boost. Heidenberg 1 boost. Is only able to get 1 touch there as it goes towards the left side now. Havoc's going to try and get a contest. Going to go towards the middle field. Miami feeling very comfortable, though, after this 1-0 lead right now. Just kind of playing the mid fight. Sauce Boss going up with the aerial. Great pass from the right side. Is going to get a double touch. The third is going to be there, but not going to be able to get a touch past Hyben. Hyben, a great double touch there to get it towards Miami. And Miami now on the offensive is not going to get a good pass off of the second man from Swa, but Havoc's there staying in goal. Should be able to get good block attempt from Miami. Going to prevent that shot from Kent State. Swa taking his time in the midfield. Something that I really want Miami to do more. And it is going to allow us for some more offense creation. A whiff from Gavalanche. A bump there goes through, but we also whiff the ball. Hyben is going to now play for the 50. Gets the 50 towards Kent State. We get a double commit from Kent State. Miami looking to pressure this. And it continues. Kent State still very low boost, trying to manage back, get a reset. They tried to play it slow. A good demo comes through. Oh, great aerial there, but not going to get any payoff. And it continues to get cleared. A shot goes onto net, and we're going to whiff, but the crossbar prevents the goal. Another crossbar save. The crossbar being the 4th player here for Miami. Going to continue 1-0 with 2 minutes left on the clock here. Kent State needs to find an answer to try and get it towards this overtime marker, as Miami bumps into one another with both of them 0 boost. Not a great sight to see while they're in goal, in net. Miami needs to stop panicking and slow the game down here for themselves if they do not want to allow this up. Sauce Boss putting the offensive, and there it is. The panicking too big there. Miami going to suffer because of it. Sauce Boss, a full boost, gets a great pass off the middle, and Jack Knight there, the second man, able to find it. 1-1 tied, 1 minute 45 left here to go for Miami to try and find a goal, or we're going to OT. Another good kickoff here for Miami, but the third is going to be their Sauce Boss. Tries to get it, overcommits, but now an offensive opportunity here for Miami. Sauce Boss able to get a good touch in the middle. Gavalanche going to try and get a pass down to them. So far, offense not too bad. Wide open net here for Hyben. Does it hit? No. Goes off the left side. Does not go towards the net. Slightly left, but does force Kent State to add pressure on their side. Havoc's going to play it slow here. I like this take, but then we try and do a flick over. Gets called out. Gets predicted. Is going to get the 100 boost. Gets stolen here. Kent State steals the 100 from Miami. 1 minute remaining here to find a goal. The pressure on Miami to force a shot, and Gavalanche able to find it. A huge goal, 2-1 here with 53 seconds on the clock to take a 2-1 lead here for Kent State. With this kind of Rocket League where boost management is such a big issue for some of these teams, even just forcing net sometimes is the best decision that you can find. As Miami tries to overcommit a little bit, is able to slightly clear it. Gavalanche going to try and get a touch to his teammate. Teammate does follow up. Heidenberg in the middle with 80 boost, looking for his teammate to give him a pass here. He's going to look for a flick reset. Goes low, but does Jack Knight able to clear it with their 100 boost. 20 seconds left for Miami to try and find something. Needs to find a goal here to force OT against Kent State, or Kent State here takes game 1 in the series. Miami does find some offensive pressure, but now it's Kent State's turn. a good 50, but a big save there from Swa in net. 8 seconds left here for Miami to find something. This is their opportunity for offense. Is their turn. They do get a pass towards mid, and Ariel's up. 1 second left, does go towards the crossboard, and it goes down. Kent State able to take game 1, 2-1. Very close game overall, but Kent State able to find the goal in the net there with 50 seconds remaining, able to give them that game 1 lead. As you see, Miami only putting 4 shots on the net here when with Kent State only Kent State was 8 more shots than them onto the net. And that is the pressure that I'm talking about when you're playing against teams that struggle with this kind of boost management. At some point, the shots are going to be falling in because they can't cover it with the boost that they have. And so as many shots as you can put on there is the best thing that sometimes that you can do in these situations. And Kent putting up 8 shots in game 1 versus Miami's 4 shots is going to solidify 2 goals going their way. Now Miami looking to bounce back here in game 2. Hyben, captain of the team with a 212 score, needs to get a bounce back game here to bring his team up. They're coming off of a 1-2 CRL Open 3 performance, and they want to end the night with a win, making it a 2-2 day overall. And we'll see if they can bounce back here in this game 2. As we load into this next game here. And it looks like we may have disconnected. So as we have some slight technical issues going into this game 2, we'll see what we decide to do. But again, Hyben, a little bit lower performance than typical from him, but something that the captain is willing to bounce back on here going into this game 2. I'm hoping to see a little bit more of, I really enjoyed Miami taking something that we haven't seen from them was they would always boom the ball and they wouldn't take their time when they had a chance to take time with the ball. And so seeing that a few times, we saw members like Havocs and Swall take their time with it, keep their boost and not just boom it away and then immediately use all 80, 90 boosts they had in the tank. So it's allowing a little bit more of an offensive presence for them there in that game. But again, those shots on net from Kent State, as much as Miami was doing a good job, Kent State just ended up doing a little bit better. And they also got the 4th man, the crossbar, a couple times saves from the Kent State side. So as we go into still waiting on this technical issue, I'm going to send it here to a Be Right Back. We will catch you all here very soon, hopefully, to get into this next game 2. Don't go away. Grab some water, and we'll be right back. All right, we're in game 2. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody was able to get some water as we see Miami off to an already a good kickoff. Hyben going to take it towards the net, but a good read there from Kent State, going to take it away, create their own offense here. And now Miami going to have to play the defense. Very similar deja vu moment right there. Hybenberg able to take it away, but Sauce Boss looking for an aerial play here off of the ground. Is going to get saved there by Havocs. Hybenberg going up for the aerial for the contest. A good contest. Now forcing Kent State to go off, and a good double touch there from Kent State. The pressure on here from Kent State to make the Redhawks try and get it away from their half. Ooh, a good aerial pass from Kent State. Gonna provide an opportunity there. But Miami still, a whiff comes through from Havocs. Does get a demo, but the net is open. Do they find it? Yes, they do. Hybenberg able to get the first goal of the match. A little bit of a mistake there. No boost on Sauce Boss, not able to get back in time. The demo kind of messed Kent State up there and allowed for the ball to slide through. Now off to another kickoff going towards the Miami side. Hybenberg able to pick up the 100, a big 100 steal there. To not allow the Kent State player to find it. Does not get a touch onto the ball. 2 whiffs from Miami is going to allow a shot on net, and a great demo there from Gavalanche. A good save from Swa, but again, a few technical mistakes is going to allow for a few shots on nets on the goal, and that's not what you want to see if you're a Miami fan. Now Miami creating the offense, but Havoc's not able to get around Gavalanche. Gavalanche going to do a good flick into a potential shot, but a whiff there from Kent State. Now Miami going off the side, and an open net again. Kent State just letting the ball go past them with no boost to spare. Havoc's off the top rope there, able to get a second goal here for Miami, and a great start to game 2, a bounce back for the Redhawks. An early demolition from Jack Knight off the kickoff is going to find Swa, and then a whiff there is going to allow a shot, but Miami able to save it. And another open net, but Gavalanche zero boost, able to secure it. Swa, great contest off the side, but is going to fall straight into a Kent State player's option. Now Gavalanche sending a good pass overall, but just is going to miss his teammate towards the mid. Havoc's just going to take his time trying to clear it, and a whiff does go through. That's an open net here for Miami if they're able to get it off of the drip, and no, it's going to hit the crossbar. Kent State playing very aggressive. Their third man very far up, with their first man not rotating back in time. So leaving some of these wide open nets here for Kent State. They need to clean this up if they don't want to go down 3-0 here. But Swa, a good demo to reset Gavalanche. Now a pass towards the mid here from Hybenberg. Not going to be able to find anyone. The second man a little bit late, but Havoc's there off the third. Gets a shot, but Jack Knight, a great save for Kent State. Swa with the aerial looks to go off backboard. Does get a touch from Hybenberg, but the third is not there. A good block there from Jack Knight. Good saves here from Kent State. Some solid defense from them, but Miami a lot more shots on net this game than prior. And Kent State, you can feel the pressure they're putting on. And as we see a Swa from the ceiling, gonna find Miami's third goal of game 2. 1 minute, 42 seconds here with the game 2, and we're already up 3-0. Miami University looking to seal this game 2, tying it up 1-1 in the series. Kent State looking to answer, will need to answer in the next 30 seconds if they really want to feel it, and they do. 1 goal going their way, and now you get a little bit of a sense that they can start to make a comeback here. Time is of the essence, though, for them. They have 1 minute 33 now to score 2 to just even tie it to go to overtime. Miami looking to park the bus a little bit here to prevent Kent State from getting another goal, but a kickoff does go their way as a good pass towards the mid, and wow, what a great team play there from Kent State. Now only a goal behind. Look at this. Fakes down low, gets the pass off to Sauce Boss, and a straight shot there to seal a second goal there for Kent State. Now 3-2. 1 minute and 25 seconds here for Miami to answer as a whiff off the kickoff does happen through, but Jack Knight able to answer. Gets it over to his teammate with the 100 boost. Avalanche able to make one miss. Swat up in there, a double commit from Miami. Not what you want to see, but Miami now has the pressure. Gets a pinch, goes over, and now Sauce Boss up to get a touch towards the mid. Whiffs, but Miami, again, another double commit, and now we have a shot onto the net. Gavalanche, 100 boost close to the net, is going to look for a waterfall, misses. A great defensive play from Heidenberg. 50 seconds on the clock for Miami to keep this 1-0 lead, but a demo comes through. Miami's net's wide open. A huge, critical play from Havocs, able to get the ball and cleared out before Kent can capitalize on the demo. And now 30 seconds left. Kent needs to find something. The pressure's on. The shot, the ball is close to the net. Not able to find anything. 30 now. Sauce Boss up in there, going to go off for the middle hit. Good defensive play from Havocs. Miami, no boost. Only one person with boost in the net for Miami. 19 seconds. Another clear needing to go through here. 15. Kent putting the pressure on. A big play from Hyben. Able to get it towards the right corner. 8 seconds, 7. Now Miami getting a good clear. It's going to make it hard. Now Kent needs to keep the ball up here if they want to make it, and they do not. Miami ties up the series 1-1. Swa score 4-4-7 with a 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, but the saves crucial here for Miami. And you see the shots even this time around in game 2, 3-4-1 on both sides. So you saw 8 shots from both sides there. Miami capitalizing on their shots, and Miami playing better defense than Kent State to prevent those shots from going in. Going to secure Miami that game 2. Very close. Kent State coming back there with a minute 30 left. Really terrifying stuff if you are a Red Hawk. Very capable of anything happening. Rocket League, a phenomenal game where anything can happen in the last 30 seconds. We've seen it in the past, and now we get a game 3 tied at 1-1 series of a best of 5. Can Miami make this get this 3-1, or are they going to make it a little bit more anxiety driven, make it a 3-2, or are they going to fall? We will find out here going into this game 3 who gets that momentum after that game 2. Kent State, I think, those 2 goals are going to be major for them to not lose out on any momentum. If you get a 3-0 game 2, you're starting to feel it a little bit. Miami now, game 3 already off to a demolition. Havocs finding someone, but Swall is going to need to save it, gets it out to the corner, but the pressure's there. 0 boost. Havocs able to clear it slightly, but Miami not getting it. Great touches here. Kent State still being able to put on the pressure. Now Swa, 100 boost, is going to go up from the midfield. Is going to try and get a pass down to his teammate, and it is a great pass from Swa, and an assist to Heidenberg. Heidenberg with the goal. A phenomenal shot and a great pass from Swa. Going to get right past the Kent State defender, and a 1-0 lead in 32nd time there for the Red Hawks. Another kickoff going kind of the way, and a great bump there to bump off Heidenberg. That's an open net off the bump, and Gavalanche going to capitalize. Kent State. Huge bump there from Sauce Boss. Going to put Heidenberg away from the net, and that bump Miami was not prepared for. We went and we took the boost off the side instead of going towards net. The rotation too late. Going to tie it up early. I mean, goal is already happening in the first 30 seconds of the game. Much different than the last 2. Now we got to see if Miami can stop this onslaught that Kent State has had off these kickoffs so far. Heidenberg 0 boost is going to be able to beat one defender. Looking for a bump on one of them. Swa, a big save there from Gavalanche, is going to get a Saucepaw able to find the demo on Havocs as well. Going to reset the tempo here. Miami, though, going to try and get an aerial going to reset it to allow Havocs to get back in the map, but Havocs, barely in time, is able to get it out of the net. no way, and that is going to be a save from Havoc's, basically scooping it out of the net as it was going in. And now they get a shot onto the net, but Sauceboss able to catch it and go for an aerial. That's a wide open net right now. If they don't get back in time, the demo is going to come through though. Gavalanche able to respawn, get a lucky 50-50 on the respawn timer, and able to clear it here for Kent State. But very dangerous, and that is a wide open net over the defender, and that's a 2-1 lead now for the Redhawks. Wow, what a sequence of events. A demo opening it up, causing the rotation to be sloppy here for Kent State, and now some great 50s going in favor for Miami. 2-1 lead here, 3 minutes and 20 seconds here for Miami in game 3. Another demo off of the start. These teams really not doing a great job of avoiding the demos, allowing the tempo to be stalled off the bat. Sauceboss going for a clear, but I don't know if that was a pass to the teammate or if that was just a whiff in general, but now we get it. Pass off towards the mid. Miami double committing. That's not what you want to see, and the double commit is going to hurt them now. A wide open net. Where is third? Third overcommitted on the left side there. You see him fly by, and Miami no one to be seen even on the defensive side of the half. 2-2 tied up game 3. Kent State, Miami. Two of the teams currently at the bottom of the standings here for Rocket League in the Esports Collegiate Conference, looking to just solidify a good win to put onto the record book. Tied 1-1, 2-2 in game 3. Swa playing with his food a little, whiffing a little bit on the ball, and now Miami going to finally clear it, prevent some offense. No boost steal. Jack Knight able to get the 100 and get a good reset. A great aerial coverage, but Heidenberg there to make a good save on it. Sauceboss going for the pass, but is contested in the air by Havoc's. Now another double commit comes through for Miami. These double commits have been hurting them in the past. We'll see if they do here. Miami, though, able to get it towards the mid. Kent State able to answer this pressure, continuing to rise as another shot on net. Jack Knight there this time in the mid lane. There, making it 3-2 for Kent State. A great pass towards mid. Havoc's there a little bit late on getting up, and it's going to hurt the Redhawks. These double commits throwing the rotation off here for Miami. Kent State capitalizing on it, keeping the pressure on and getting shots onto that. Another demo through kickoff. I think that's probably 5 at this point where we've had demos through the kickoff. And another demo, Gavalanche, and that's just a wide open net. 2 major demos able to lead into a wide open net for Miami Gavalanche, capitalizing on the demo and then making a great flip and a whiff from Miami. A whiff from Heidenberg onto Gavalanche, going to allow for that goal to happen. Now, Jack Knight going to go low. Good read by Heidenberg. Gets a good 50. Is able to get it out. Gavalanche able to respond, though. Prevent it from going into the goal for Kent State. Miami needs to secure 2 goals in a minute 22. We saw Kent State able to do it. They were able to score 2 goals in 1 minute 30. Can Miami get some more pressure onto the map and get some goals into the net here to secure a game 3 OT? Waterfall does happen. It's going off the backboard, but Miami not able to capitalize off of it. 1 minute remaining now, and Kent State has the pressure on. They're going for a potential shot from mid. Third is late. Sauceboss now, though, up in the air with the 100 boost they saved to try and continue this pressure. Misses, but a middle shot was open, wasn't taken. 30 seconds now for Miami to try and find something. They need something now, and it doesn't happen. You have 15 seconds here to score this goal. If you're Miami, you do not want it to get below 15 in a 2-goal scenario, as we see 20 seconds. Continuing to go. Swa trying to get a pass to his teammate in the mid, but Jack Knight able to respond. 17 seconds, and here we go. 15-second marker. Not where you want to be if you're Miami in this situation. Likely going to be here, and this is going to be it. 7 seconds. They have to score right now before that second timer hits 1, and they don't, and that's going to be game 3 going to Kent State. Now Kent State up 2-1 going into game 4. Miami going to need to respond and send us into a game 5 ultimatum. Looking at the shots on net, again, Kent State, that pressure just crushing the Redhawks. You have 11 shots on the net, and Miami was able to save only a few of them, right? 4 goals overall off of 11 shots from Kent State. Miami only able to put up 5 shots. Not ideal there for the Redhawks. So looking at the pressure that Kent State's putting on, you got to try and slow them down. Demos have been the big thing that we've seen across the board from both sides. I think Miami overall in game 2 played the demos properly, and Kent State was overcommitting their third a lot. So Kent State's cleaning it up. Their third isn't going in as much, and they're now actually late on the shots, which is kind of funny. You're seeing them a little bit later now because they don't want to give up those goals when they do whiff on the ball. So depending on how Kent State plays, the pressure, we will see how this game 4 goes. But Kent State looking for their 3rd win in ESC conference play. Miami looking for their 2nd. The Battle of the Birds. Kent State off to a great kickoff, but Swa there going to get a thing. And is that on net? No, it's not. Gavalanche able to find it. But this ESC competition has been so hard for these teams this year. They're looking for another win as another shot, and the crossbar plays them the favor this time. Sauce Boss able to find goal number 1 here for Kent State. Unfortunate crossbar for the Redhawks. 1 whiff off of it, off of missing the ball, and then it bounces towards your other side of your net. Now 1-0. Kent State looking for some aerials off the kickoff. Gets a good split and almost actually gets a great touch from his teammate. A good pinch there almost. And a flick does happen, does get saved, but Miami members 0 boost, all on net, 0 boost. Needs to find a way. I've been able to get the 100, but does that mean that the net is one more open? No, it doesn't. Swa able to find the save. Gavalanche now going to reset. Miami gets a good 50. Needs to take advantage of it, but is not able to find a soft spot. Low boost, but is able to beat a member of Miami through. Hyben now needs to make a save off the backboard, looking for a middle play. He's going to boom it over defenders, get towards that right side, fakes it out. Now looking to being another Kent State offensive push, another shot on net. Heidenberg there, though, for the save, but another just the pressure that you're putting on Miami is just opening it wide open as Kent State making it a 2nd. Like I mentioned, that pressure continues to consume Miami. You get a great save here from Havocs once again, but Hyben not able to get there on time. Gavalanche able to answer a good 2nd man from Gavalanche. Able to respond. 2-0 lead here for Kent State. Looking again for their 3rd win in ESC conference play. Miami trying not to suffer another loss this season as Heibenberg able to respond. 2-1 now for the Redhawks. Great pass from Swa off the backboard, and boom, Heibenberg with the blind side. Another kickoff. Will we see another demo? No, not off the start. Demo's not really something that has happened so far in game 4, a little bit different than what we've seen in the last couple, which has opened up a lot of the rotational nonsense that has happened throughout the game for both sides. And Miami just looking for any offensive opportunity. Havocs gets a good bump, but does not find the demolition, was not supersonic. 2 minutes, 52 seconds left. Looking for a shot. Does get a whiff, but does not find the net. Does not even go towards the crossbar. Miami looking for a play, though, and a great pass from Heibenberg. Going to find Swa. A dynamic duo He says, "Thank you very much for the first goal. Here you go. Now you can have one of your own." 2-2, tying it up. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left here. Miami looking to send this into game 5 territory. A good kickoff. This is going to open it up. Can we see a bump? No. Havoc's looking for the 50. Isn't able to get it past Jack Knight now. Going to go off side. Good contest there from Swa. Cannot be whiffing though. As we see a commit, no boost now on the side of, I think it's Swa. Jack Knight now trying to get it past, but Miami getting some good 50s here. Not terrible, but some of the overcommits already wasting some boost there, preventing some of the rotation to be slower. Miami now needing to respond. 2 minutes left, 2-2 game. Kent State up 2-1 in this series. Does find the demo onto Swa. And Ariel is up in the air, a good 50 going to the right corner, but Kent State able to grab it out of the air. Gavalanche able to find Havoc's, no boost, trying to contest, doesn't find anything. Now it's up to Heidenberg to try and boom it out. Swa able to find a demo, reset the pressure. 1:30 on the clock now. One whiff is going to leave the net open. Swa is able to get it. It bounces down and out. Now Miami just trying to hold on. The panic, I can feel it. It's forming. The pressure there from Kent State continues to roll as they found another demo. Now a minute left, 2-2. Miami needing to get out of this panic that they're in. Gets a good pass here. Gets a shot on the net from the pass. Third man not there to respond though. Is going to get a 50. Now it's up to Miami. 50 seconds left. Looking to not go in the OT for game 4. End it now. Go to game 5. Gets it towards the mid. Is off the ceiling. A great touch from a Kent State defender. Stops the ball. 30 seconds left. Miami looking for it off the backboard. Over Heidenberg. Jack Knight looking for the capitalize. A good 50. Kent State in a good boat. A big double aerial commit from Miami. Another 50, a zero boost 50 going to go in the favor there for Miami, but Miami 13 seconds to hold on, 10 seconds trying to get a bump. Gavalanche able to find one. Miami now needs to get it cleared. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. It's in front of Miami's net. Kent State looking to capitalize. 2 seconds, 1 second, a touch off the backboard. An awkward touch and a shot. Kent State securing the win, 3-2. What a pass and a shot from Sauce Boss to secure Miami. Zero boost in the net. Kent State 3-1 winners there and going to improve their record to 3-5 now on the season. Miami, an unfortunate game once again, but another close call, and now we see the Redhawks 1-8 going into their final match of the season up against Northern Illinois here tomorrow night. We'll be back with some more Rocket League action tomorrow night. Don't want to miss out on their last seasonal esports collegiate conference game. The Redhawks are going to look for a 2-8 finish on the season with a win over NIU tomorrow. Unfortunately, again, these games have been really close, though. Played their hearts out tonight against Kent State. Kent State, congratulations to improving to that 3-5 record. We wish them best of luck trying to get towards that top 8 finish here in the ESC conference. And we will see how everyone does in the postseason. Again, reminder, Thursday, tomorrow night, last game of the season. Turn your notifications on. Follow us on our Twitter. Follow us on our Instagram. Follow us here on YouTube or Twitch, whichever way you're watching tonight. Turn those notifications on if you want to watch this team try and win out for the ESC season. Thank you all again for all the support that you guys provide us. We're excited for another semester coming up of amazing esports collegiate conference action, but we're not just done yet with the fall. Still plenty of more action left. We have our LAN in December 6th and 7th coming up, and we have some more additional information going out here very shortly, so don't want to miss out on that. But yeah, thanks again. It's been a pleasure to solo cast this evening. My name's Zach Ice Robertson, and I'll see you later. See you tomorrow.